So here's what we're going to talk about today. Today is everything you need to know to to make an informed and inspired choice about your own path with regard to the Akashic records using the pathway prayer process. All right. I know that your participation in this session really has everything to do with some truth that you have in your own heart, as much as it does the truth that I have in mine, right? Even as we're talking about some things that are real nuts and bolts, right? Real ordinary kinds of things. Um, I want you to keep your heart open, right? Keep your heart open and soft, your mind wide open, and as we go over this. So so what we're really looking at is an opportunity um, to to really develop your skills, right? As an Akashic record practitioner and teacher, developing your skills, strengthening, right, your um, sophistication so that you can really better serve other people. Ideally, what I have come to understand about a teacher training is that people who come to a teacher training you have the talent, right? You have a deep desire to help others. You are you have the awareness that by helping others you're going to accelerate your own path, right? And you want to see whatever this Akashic records pathway prayer process is, you have some inkling that this is a path that's open to you, and by by following this path, you will move into a place of consciousness and awareness that is far beyond where you are now. Okay? All of this is true. Okay? So I want to talk to you about a few things. We'll talk about the requirements, right? There are requirements for admission. We're going to talk about the program itself, and then we're going to talk about what happens after, like once you get certified, then what? Okay, so we're going to take each section and so I'm going to give you some basic information about each topic area, and then if you have questions, right? If as I'm talking you have questions, you can text them in, right? Message them in, and they will get to me. Okay, but I probably won't answer them until I finish the segment. Okay, so the segments we're going to look at are well, the requirements, the agenda, and what happens after you earn certification. Like, what's the value of the certification? Actually, we'll start with the value. Okay, so wait, here we go. First of all, the purpose of the teacher training is to prepare you, to equip you, to have the necessary skills so that you can effectively communicate with people about the Akashic records using the pathway prayer process, so that they then can become practitioners. Okay, it's a path of inspiration. I mean, it is for me, and it can be for you. So that's the purpose of the course. Okay, it's important to understand the purpose, because you guys already know, and I know, that there are people out there running around saying they work in the Akashic record and they can teach the record, kind of like it's a free for all and anybody can do it. Well, the truth of the matter is that human beings can speak a lot of words, but if you don't have the training to back it up, if you don't have the corresponding energy, you're really going to hurt a lot of people. And I know that as practitioners, what you really want to do, and as teachers, what we really want to do is we want to help people. We don't want to cause them harm. And that is really the purpose of the training. Okay. The value of it is this. If you come to the class, you earn the certification, you will be in a position to train and certify others, right? In the pathway prayer process, the material from my first book, which is How to Read the Akashic Records. Okay, you will be able to do a practitioner certification and an advanced practitioner certification. These certifications are valuable because your students will know that you know what you're doing. And if there are really problems, you contact me and I will be able to help you if you need it. You might not need it, but if you need it, I'm here, right? You will stand as someone who's got their feet on the ground, right? And their head in the clouds, so to speak. But it's really true because we have to be both, which is interesting because that is the nature of the record, right? So it is a valuable thing to have. And if you were to decide like, oh, I want to keep going, there would be opportunities for that. However, when we're looking at practitioner and advanced practitioner certifications, when you certify a student, that student becomes eligible for the next teacher training, okay? And because the people who come to the teacher training have to have taken the courses from recognized certified teachers in good standing, okay? So there's a lot of value. So it builds trust, right? Your clients will know that you know what you're doing, right? They will know that you have the organization behind you, right? They will know that you're talking about things and you're presenting material that has been time tested by students all over the world, right? With great success. So that's really how that is. Now, let's talk about the program itself. All right. There are the requirements. The requirements are this. You have to take the 5 core courses, right? And in Asia, those 5 core courses may be the 3 levels, right? 3 5-day levels or the 5 core courses. Either way is fine. You have to, of course, show us your certification. The 5 core courses are practitioner certification, advanced practitioner certification, healing, soul's path, and finally manifesting. So these are the 5 courses. You can take these courses with me in person or online, do the recorded classes. And for the recorded classes, you will work with an elite certified teacher who is recognized and qualified to assist you in understanding, right? So there's a person, a human being, so who can help you if you have any questions. So on one hand, I like the online because you work at your own pace, you get to keep the recordings. There are a lot of great things about online. One of the things that has always concerned me is like, but what if you need to talk to somebody, right? And I'm not around. Well, that's what one of the opportunities of advanced teachers, elite certified teachers, is that they have a chance to mentor and work with students at the level of practitioner, advanced practitioner, soul's path, and soul's purposes, right? Those 4 courses. Actually, this spring, I'll be offering, one of the requirements will be live online, and that's the healing class, Healing Through the Akashic Records, using the power of your sacred wounds to discover your soul's perfection. Okay, very, very exciting class, but you can take it live online, right? And so if you're interested and you need that class, you want to take it with me, that's your opportunity. All of the classes are based on the 3 books that are currently out and published. These are award-winning groundbreaking books, right? They are in many, many languages. So, so the material is based on the books. So there are books for you to read and study and work with, as many teachers do. Many teachers, many practitioners do this. So you have that. Now, another option is that you can take these classes with a live in-person certified teacher, right? And if you want to know where they are, I mean, you can find teachers certainly all over the United States and some parts of the world, but you can go to my website and look for certified teachers. And the certified teachers who you find on the website are currently in good standing. They're teaching. There's a calendar. You can see, if they're close to you, if not. So you have two choices, right? Either online or in person with me or with recognized, right, a certified teacher in good standing. However, I am the only one whose online classes I accept, right? So that's how that is. So if you want to do online, you do it with me. If you want to do it in person, you do it with others, whatever you can, and you can mix this up, right? You might say, oh, I want to do these two online, this one in person, whatever you want to do, you can do that. Absolutely. Absolutely. So go ahead with that. So we have, the other thing I want to tell you is that the 5th course, which is manifesting, I'm the only one who teaches it. And I'm the only one who teaches it because I'm finishing up the book, and I never certify people to teach something unless there's a book that goes with it. It just makes sense if you think about it. So after that book comes out and, we're moving along, then of course the opportunity to be certified in manifesting will be made available to elite certified teachers. All right. Now, so these are the requirements, the 5 core courses. For people in Asia, it's 3, right? It's 3 courses. And what you need to do is, we have an application. So you fill out the application. It asks you about when you took the classes. Now, right, and who the teacher was and when you got certified. Here's what's interesting. There are some people who got certified by people a while ago, and they don't know if the certification was any good or not. You just get in touch with us. If you go to the page for the teacher training on the website, you will get the information. There's an application, and it says, when did you take the class? Who was the teacher? We will ask you if there's any question, right, or concern. We will ask you to scan and send us copies of your certificates, right? That's how we keep records around here, and probably you do too. So you just let us know. And if it turns out, there are people that I've trained who they've gone off on their own, which is a fine thing to do. But if you've taken classes with some of these people, you were certified by them, I don't recognize those certifications, right? I recognize certifications that are true to the teachings that I have developed through my own records over the last, gosh, I hate to think, since 1994. That's like 26 years. Oh, my heavens. All right. Now, for these requirements, so you fill out the application, you have the 5 core courses. You can apply before you complete, right? Before you complete all these courses. Here's the thing. If it's clear to you that it is in your highest good to participate and earn this certification, to elevate your service to others, you can come to the class. If you've taken the 5 core courses, I know you know what you're doing, right? And you are welcome to come to the class. Of course you are. You have to fill out the application though, okay? And just so we've got basic information about you, I want to get to know who you are, what you're about, right? and what you're really seeking. Okay. So that's important to me. Now, so those are the requirements. Do people have questions about the requirements? Requirements. Dun, dun, dun. This would be a good time to ask about that. Okay, let's see. So the first class is, practitioner certification, how to read the Akashic records. The second one is advanced practitioner. And those two classes are the material from the first book. And for the teacher training, that's what you train to teach and certify in this 6-day class. All right. Yes. If you complete all these classes and you apply and you make arrangements and you're willing to come to Chicago in August of 2021, there is a seat in the room for you. Now, I know there's been some question about how many people. There are, we have seats for 120 people. So 120, after 120, we cut it off. All right. And so that's the first thing. There is an installment plan. Okay. Because the pricing, right? Pricing is important. We have an early bird that ends October 2nd of 2020. Okay. So what you can do, however, is you can get on a payment plan with all money comes through PayPal, right? And so now listen, you don't have to get a PayPal account. You can sign up as a guest, right? And you can use a credit card, go through PayPal, set up some kind of a payment plan. We're already sending people invoices. But see, I don't know what's going to work for you financially, right? How to make this work over time, but you do. Okay. So you work out your own payment plan, and that's good. Okay. Let's see. So we've got payment. The class itself, what you are paying for is the training, right? It does not include your travel, your meals, your housing. However, I know that all those things cost money. I do know that, right? And so what we're doing is we're having this 6-day training, August 8th to 14th, in downtown Chicago at a university dormitory, but it's fancy. This is not, okay, it's a very nice dorm, right? The prices are very good. You can get a meal plan or no meal plan. You can do whatever you want with that, right? But there's meal plans. In the area, within walking distance, we'll be in downtown Chicago. Within walking distance, you can find some very nice hotels. If you need to be, I know some people need to be in a nice hotel. Some people don't, right? There is also, I just thought this was so funny, right across the street from our classroom is a youth hostel. Okay, so we have a full range. You can be at the youth hostel for, it's the least expensive and most safe, right, option. And down the street in a fancy hotel, if you like, whatever you want to do is fine. I will be staying on site. Okay. Yes. So here's an interesting question. Great question. You can apply your application. Here's what I want to say. Some of you have already taken 5 classes because I haven't taught a teacher training in 5 years. That's another story. But I haven't. I've been traveling internationally and teaching and working on another book. So I've been pretty busy. So some of you have already taken these 5 classes. You're ready to go. You can go ahead and apply. Some of you are looking at this and you're looking at the calendar and you're figuring out what's going to work for you, right? Maybe you have 2 of the classes, maybe you have 4 of the classes. Okay, you've got these, but you don't have, but you don't have 5. You've got a few, you don't have 5. So here's how this goes. you can apply. As long as when the time comes for the class, you can present the certification, right? You're good, okay? And because this is, I mean, there really are requirements. This is not generic Akashic records. This is the pathway prayer process and the curriculum that has been revealed to me through my practice over the last 26 years that I have road tested with thousands and thousands of students before you. Okay. It's a very specific program. And I know sometimes you take one class, you think, yes, I want to do that, right? You've taken the beginning class and you know there's more, but you haven't done it yet. So I want to make sure you have enough time to fulfill your requirements, right? But you can apply because space is limited. I mean, we only have seats for 120 people. It's an international class. If you know this is something you're interested in, it's probably a good idea. And you're on your way to getting all the 5 classes. You might want to put your application in, okay? Now, what else do I want to, okay. Oh, do you know what else I want to talk to you about? There are some people, I don't know, maybe you guys, maybe somebody here is on this, in this group, right? There are some students who have taken beginning and advanced practitioner or soul's path, soul's purposes or manifestation. You've done this online as a non-certification, okay? And you might be like, oh, I don't want to go back and take it all over. Is there a way to earn certification for a class that was previously classified non-certification? The answer is yes. Okay. Now, through the Linda Howe Online Center for Akashic Studies, if you go in there, you will find the name. It's a mouthful, I'll tell you that, but it's clear. It'll tell you what it is. It's the Pathway to Certification for Non-Certification Graduates. Okay. Go look there. You can earn your certification. So if you took for these classes you've already taken, if you don't have the certification, okay, you can earn that. And the way we do it, just so you know, is that you will be assigned an elite certified teacher who will help you, right? There'll be some homework to do, but if you've taken classes with me, you know that the homework is always, listen, I'm not interested in wasting your time, mine, or anybody else's. So the homework is good. The homework is good, and it really helps you to learn, to develop your skills. Okay, so the Linda Howe Online Center, right, for Akashic Studies, it's lindahowe.learnitlive.com. Okay, so I'm thinking that, can we put that up on can we get that in the feed so people can see it if they need it? All right, now, okay, I don't know. I think we're pretty good here. Okay. All right. Ha 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 ha. Restrictions, limitations. Here's what it is. This class qualifies you to train and certify people in your native country, in your native tongue. It does not give you permission to translate my work or to take my outlines, because you will get outlines for these classes. There are specific guided practices. There is a sequence of learning that's presented. Okay, so what in the training you will be given the outlines you need to deliver. Okay, now what's great about this is, so you'll have those outlines, which I know that it's like a magic formula, right? But it works, right? But it's your experience, it's your stories, right? That you're sharing with your students, because you're the one who's there. You will be recognized to teach and certify the beginning and advanced practitioner classes in person, in your native country, in your native tongue, whatever that is. Okay? What this means is if you decide to go and teach online and give people certificates, you'll lose your certification. No. Okay? There are some, that's the restriction. It's a restriction. Okay? Because the truth is, the best way to work with students is in person. That's ideal. I know it's especially tricky when, it's an online world. We know that. So, but just so you know what this is. Now, I do not offer online teacher training. This would be like asking you to do brain surgery after watching a YouTube. I mean, that just doesn't make sense. This is important work, and we want to be sure that we are always in fulfilling our highest destiny to support, empower, uplift other people, and not hurt them, right? And so, if you want to be certified to teach my work, you have to come and meet me in person. Okay, because if you're not willing to come to Chicago in August, which is beautiful, excuse me, it'll be a beautiful time of year, then I don't know that you have the commitment. I mean, that's really the truth. And there is commitment. There's commitment and dedication, which you already have, or you wouldn't be this far. Anyway, but that's how this goes. Now, I know some of you like to mix your modalities. Okay, people do it all the time. Actually, I mean, even in the Linda Howe online center, we have some people who are really tremendous teachers who are working with others to lead the way on how to best mix, right? And so, but that's not what I teach. I'm not teaching that. And if you decide that you want to mix the Linda Howe pathway prayer process with something else, I don't certify for that because I don't know what you're doing. Now, if you decide you want to do something like that, that's fine, but I can't recognize any of those certifications. Do you know? So just so you know that. Okay. Now, let's see. What else have we got? Okay, I'm looking at a list. I've got a list of questions here because people have sent questions from different platforms. Okay. All right, good. Now, So here's the thing. When we do the class, what just happened? Oh, we don't want that going foggy, right? We don't want the camera getting foggy. All right. Here's so when you come to the class, so let's say you've done your 5 classes, you've been able to figure out a payment plan that works for you, and you've honored that, and everything is moving along beautifully, right? You come to Chicago, you want to know, what the heck are we going to do for 6 days? It's a good question. So let me tell you what we're going to do. There's a whole agenda on the website if you look at that, but here, let me tell you what we do. We will actually do 2 of the classes. We're going to do how to read the Akashic records, and we're going to do advanced practitioner, right? So it's practitioner and advanced practitioner. We will do those classes. I will be teaching them. Okay? And you will be a student. All right? One of the things that's important is that to be a good teacher, it helps to be a good student, right? And you want to have taken the class at least more than once so that I know when you leave and you go to teach others, you've had the class a minimum of 2 times and you've read the books. So, right? I mean, it just makes sense. So what we do, it's a 6-day class, and over the course of these days, we do 2 days of practitioner certification. Then on the 3rd day, or I think it's the 4th day because it's a Wednesday, we will we will go over the outlines for the class and discuss the teaching of the practitioner certification, some of the challenges, some of like that, and so that you actually are prepared to teach. Then what we do, the following 2 days, is that again we shift a little bit, and you are a student taking the class, the advanced practitioner certification. In this class we cover energy healing through the records, past lives, and clearing unwanted ancestral patterns. Those are the 3 main topic areas for that class. We will cover them all in the 2 days, so that, and then the following day, which is the last day of the class, we will go over the outlines, so you understand the outlines and you can ask me in person. We give you a packet when you arrive with the outlines, so you'll be able to read them on your own time and think about what questions you have about the progression, right? And what the expectations and standards are. You will be able to do all of that, right? Additionally, I'm inviting a few of the elite certified teachers to come and share their expertise, because teachers in different parts of the world have learned some different things, right? And I know that they can be really helpful to you. So you will have a chance not only to interact with me, okay, but you'll also have a chance to meet with some other elite certified teachers and kind of get a sense of how they're doing this and how it's working. Okay, we will be talking about things like building your business. I mean, some of these real practical matters, right? So there will be people to help you with that. We will have optional evening sessions. You may decide you're not interested in any of those nuts and bolts, that you just, I don't know, you want to go out to dinner. I don't care. You can do that. But so we're going to have these optional evening sessions, because I know these are long days. So somebody asked me about bringing their spouse. I'm going to tell you, I'm not even bringing my spouse, because we're very focused. Our time is, I've done my best to try to compress it into a short period of time, right? So that you don't have to be away from your life or the people you love for very long. So I don't know if you want to, in your heart, if your mate is, some mates some mates really want us to work hard. Other mates want to go to the beach. So you just have to be honest with yourself. Okay. There are certainly certified teachers who do this work full time, right? And this is the way they make a living, right? Is they teach this work. And if you look on the website, you will see who some of them are and where they're teaching, the frequency with which they teach. My observation in my own experience and in the experience of others is that the stronger, the more you do readings for other people, this is what prepares you best to teach. So if you're like, you've got some of the classes, you're like, well, what do I do until the class starts? What you do is you work on doing readings for people. Because if you help people with readings, they will want to know how to do readings for themselves, right? This does not, I want to say, shuffle you out of the deck, right? Because the truth of the matter is, on the path, there are times when we need help from others and times we need to find our own way. And so we're available to people. And what happens then is, what we really want to do is empower people. And by teaching them how to have a more conscious connection with their own soul, using the Akashic records. This is empowering. Okay. So if you find you're like, oh, what do I do from now till then? That's what I would do. I would be building that practice of doing readings. Okay, because that's where you really, you learn so much, and it's fun, and it's what you're going to be teaching people how to do. So you better, so it helps to know but here's the other part of this. I know, sometimes you're like, oh, I want to do this, but I don't have much experience, or I'm completely new to this spiritual path, but for some reason I'm drawn to this. I'm going to tell you something. You don't need all you need is you need an open mind and a softened heart and a sincere desire to help others. That's what you need, okay, to do this. No one is an expert. No one is an expert, right? No one is so far along the path that they don't need to do this, okay? Now, you do not need to be clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, none of that. No. You need to be a human being who has an awareness that something lives within that is so much greater than what you can even describe or put words to, yeah? And with that and your desire to be helpful to others, that's a great place to start, right? The other thing is this, there's no, what do you call it? Like no pressure. Like I'm not going to haunt you. Like I know that everybody who does this work has their own trajectory, right? And so some people take the class and they go out and they're teaching like large groups, right? They're teaching groups of 10, 20, 30. I mean, they're like the groups are building and they're running all over and they're having a great time. And that is wonderful. Not everybody's going to go to a big class. And you might be a person who is a little bit timid, perhaps, or private. And you might find yourself much more comfortable having 4 people come to your living room and you have your tea and you do the class there. This is not about renting hotel ballrooms. This is about connecting with people and opening up to what's possible. And what's important to me is that every teacher find their best way to do this. And I want you to know there are some of the teachers who are very busy in the beginning, and then things happen in their life and they kind of stop teaching for a while and then they come back to it. Other people are slow to start and then they gear up and go later. Okay. So that's how that is. The pricing, somebody asked about the pricing of the classes, because it says, you have to honor the pricing. Well, you do. But here's the thing. There are only pricing requirements for the first year that you the first year after you're certified. So you'll be certified in August of 21. So until August of 22, there will be a set price because the truth is, you may be a teacher who's so incredible that you do deserve $1,000 for a weekend. But if you're not used to teaching this, that's not fair to put that pressure on yourself. And it's really not fair to ask other people. You may have immense natural talent, but if you don't know how to best use it, right, in this situation, it's just not fair. I don't want you to be unnecessarily pressured, and I certainly want you to, and I want people will take a chance on you, right, for a little less money. It's 1 year. After that, let the market be your guide. Okay? Now, I'm trying to think. God, there were other things. So listen, so what happens after you're certified, right? Big question. So here's the thing. We do an annual agreement. It's a certified teacher agreement, and you will be certified teachers. you will be trained and qualified to teach the practitioner and advanced practitioner classes. Now, so we sign an agreement saying that you agree to honor this, right? You don't go out there and pretend that you wrote these books. You don't put it on, you don't like, you know what I mean? You're straight up with people, right? About where you're getting this, where you got this, right? You want to be straight up with people. They deserve it and you deserve it as well. The next thing is that in the fall, okay, we do an annual continuing education. This is online. It's online. It's 2 to 3 hours. It's last year it was like $300. It'll probably be about that. Okay. You will not have to take that the first year because you'll have just finished 6 days, right? I mean, I don't, let's not get crazy here. But the following year in 2022, if you want to maintain your certification, you will need to take that class. That's all. Now, you don't have to be there in person, right? So while it's true that I don't train people to teach my work online, I do continuing education because we already know each other. So that makes sense. You don't have to, right? So for 2 hours, it's 2 to 3 hours. Last year was like $300. It'll be similar to that in the coming years. This is the idea is that the work keeps growing, evolving, changing, emerging, right? And I want to make sure that you're current and that we're still in harmony. That's all. Okay. So that's what that is, but it's online. So you can listen to it whatever you want or need. And then you've got that, right? You've got the latest. And so you have that. There are also opportunities. If you like, you can be on the website. You can do what do you call it? Your picture and a bio, and you can be on the calendar. These are for a fee, right? You will also have the certificates that you use. You have to get in touch with us and you purchase them from us, right? And they come in packets of 5. And right now you get 5 for $35. Okay. And so you will have those materials. So when someone says to me, I took a class with Susie in 2022, and they show me a certificate that you signed, I'm good because I know my certificates, right? So that's how that is. Now, so there are 2 other things I want to talk to you about. One is that so you're going to train and certify practitioners and advanced practitioners. But you ask, what about the rest of the work? Well, the rest of the work, you go and teach that. And then the following years, right, I will be offering a healing, right, how to be an advanced certified teacher. And in that work, then you are qualified to train and certify people for the healing work. And then the next one is the elite certified teachers. And you train for that. Right, a year and a half later. And in that class, you have the opportunity to train and certify people for the Soul's Path work, which is my 3rd book. Now, there are some real privileges that come with being an elite certified teacher. And one of them is that you are invited then to work with other students, right, in the mentoring position for the online school. So that's an opportunity. You have an invitation, and that's for money. I pay people to do that because you're tired, right? Because come on, this is I want you to be your best for these students, and I know you will. So and your time is precious. Come on. So that's paid work. You get of course you get the emails of the students, and so that helps to build your own practice. Additionally, you have the opportunity to teach in the enrichment segment of the Linda Howe Online Center. All right. And these are classes. Like what happens is people work in the records and they find these areas that they just love, right? And they want to teach a class on it, but it's not a certification. It's enrichment. And listen, enrichment is good. And so, but that's only for elite certified teachers, right? People who have really demonstrated their commitment to the students, their commitment to the curriculum itself, and because they have such strong, reliable connections with their own records, right? They're then invited to share some of these other wonderful things that they're learning in these online classes. So those are a couple of the things that are available. And we're looking, things are kind of exploding over here, and we're really looking at, how can we, include these, include elite certified teachers in more ways. And I'll tell you, as the work grows, expands, develops, and encompasses the entire planet, there's a lot for us to do. Anyway, I'm trying to think. You will have I don't make phone lists and all that stuff. But here's the truth. I mean, because we're all adults, and if there's somebody you want to be friends with in the teacher training, you can certainly, make all the connections you want, get all the phone numbers, emails, however you do that. Yes, you absolutely want to do that, right? And you will find your tribe when you come to the class. All right. Now, I'm thinking, what else? What else? What else have we got here? Other questions? Anybody have questions? Come on, you guys. Wait, here. Okay, how much experience? You don't need any experience. Listen, I don't care if you're psychic. Don't worry about that. Okay. Yes. I'm looking. Oh, Mary Beth Ashley is on. Mary Beth Ashley is an advanced certified teacher, just so you guys know, and she's wonderful. It's good to see you, Mary Beth. She's down in Florida, just so you know. Okay, how much? Hi, Sally. Oh, Marcy B is with us. Oh, Marcy, hi. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Marcy. All right, cool. So I'm wondering, if people have other questions? No? All right, listen. My email, linda@lindahowe.com. If you have questions about this, contact me. The other person, just so you know, it's Cindy Walden is the assistant on this project. She has worked with teacher trainings, oh my heavens, I think since 2012. Okay, so she knows what she's doing, and she's a lot of fun, and we've been working together for a long time. So Cindy is the person that you will be communicating with. So when you fill out your application, she will make sure she'll answer questions, and she'll make sure you have all your ducks in a row if you want to proceed. Okay. So you can talk to Cindy. She's really, Cindy@lindahowe.com. Right. So I think that's it for the moment. Yes. All right. So you think about this. Well, don't think about it. Just sit with it. Right. And I know, here's what I know about this class. I know this class is only for people who need to be in this class, right? And if it's really the next step for you, you'll be there. I know that. And if there's any way we can help you, we will. All right. So take this into your heart. And this, on one hand, it's a good idea to register. And on the other hand, I want you to register at the perfect time for you, whether that's this afternoon or a year from now. Okay. So whatever's best for you is going to really be great for me. Okay. For us and for the students you serve. So I thank you. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. And there you have it. Okay. Oh, wait. I've got this other question. Hang on one second. Here's the thing. Um, yes, the class. So the question is, what am I teaching in the upcoming months? In the upcoming months, I will be teaching on live online, the healing class, which is a requirement, right? And so so that's what I've got. I know in the fall I'll be in the States and I'll be teaching um, manifesting. That's in it's in Boulder, Colorado. I believe it's the third weekend in September. It's manifesting. Go to the website, okay, and you'll get the information about that. So at this point, I have some trips scheduled for Asia, and so if you're interested in those, whether it's China, Taiwan, let me know. Okay, and we can help you connect with those classes if you're in that part of the world. They are in Chinese. So if you know Chinese, that's helpful. If you don't know Chinese, it'll kind of drive you a little nutty. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you very much. And I'll see you again. Okay, we'll do this again. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.